Long time no see, right? I know I really haven't been active within the last few months. We have the end of February. Actually, I will be traveling to Japan in just a month, and I have still some stuff that I want to prepare for it, but also just 1 week after we will return back home, there is my first con of the year, and that means I don't have the time to prepare my cosplays for after Japan. I need to do it now. Just so you know, for all the days I prepared a plan A and plan B in case that it gets rainy, because most of the convention is outside actually. So plan A for Friday was my chess queen dress, which I've only worn once so far on last year's Dokumi. My plan B for Friday was to just go with my casual clothes, but wearing the wig that I'm usually wearing during my streams, which is like blonde, purple-ish and stuff. So it is pretty, it is still comfy, and 1 or 2 people might or might not recognize it. For Saturday, I thought about dark for good weather, but also it shouldn't be too good because it's getting really warm and that armor. But I've never worn her at any convention besides the Japan Day. So, especially since my first version of Jan back in 2019, I also wore it the first time at animuc. So I really want to kind of bring her back. In the case it's right, I want to bring my Bloom Poetry cosplay from Shining Nikki, which is Nikki's standard dress in that game. And for Sunday, I want a new costume which I haven't worn yet, which is Cinderella, but with a twist. As you might remember, I have a Snow White cosplay, which is more leaned into a Lolita fashion style, but it's like both Lolita and cosplay. I try to make a combination of both since I like both cosplay and Lolita fashion. So this is the same for Cinderella. And if it's not sunny, I want to wear another new costume, which I haven't worn yet, which is a casual Miku, but it looks like latex, and it probably is. The website described it as liquid leather. I don't know if that is really a thing or if it's just latex and they wanted to give it a fancy name. There's still a little bit to do and a little bit to wait for. So this is the preparation for April, or basically anything that comes in April, both the convention and the traveling. Okay, so here is all the dirty part, every layer that gets on the ground and now has some reddish brownishness instead of white, and all of that still has details hanging on it, and it's not really dirty anyway, so it's fine. I try to use these two. Those are the proper English translation should be somewhere on the screen. Not trying to make any ad for it because I'm not sponsored or anything. But these are basically just for washing stuff and getting it clean again after it ran through a lot. So I will let it soak in that for 15 minutes and then I will wash it by hands. Okay, hang on. So this needs to dry now, and that might take some time actually because there's a lot of fabric. Once this has dried up, I can also take care of the makeup stains that I accidentally left on there. But first, let's finish this up and yeah. While I'm still waiting for stuff for the convention to arrive and also to have something in between all the wig styling and checking if dresses are okay and blah and blah, I'm also starting 2 new projects which I also want to compete in. So number 1 is Yuna from Final Fantasy X. For her, I already started designing the embroidery that she has on her skirt. I want to make it with my sewing machine. The thing was that, you know, the pattern that she has on her skirt is seamless on the top part of the pleats. I don't know how they are called.
Pleats.
Let's say these are the pleats, the skirt, and they have the embroidery on top, like it does make sense as the dress or the skirt goes around her, and it looks connected. But what is on the inside then? So what I did was basically just getting the design that she has, put it into Photoshop, and then split it so that it would fit how the pleats are folded together. Then I just made my own design on the inside, which still connects to all the outside embroidery things. So the design is still true to her character design, but also there is something inside that still makes sense. And my second project is Krista, also from Shining Mickey, just like my Bloom Poetry plan for the animuc. She's a little bit more complicated, of course, because she has these giant wings, and presumably those wings are like 150 meter each. But of course at a convention I can't take up that much space. The whole wings will be very, very fragile because we wanted them to be as lightweight as possible because I will be carrying them around a lot. I already started making the crystals for her wings. One of them is that. And some smaller ones as well. They're super pretty. So I created a 3D model of like just the crystals of her wings and tried to get a rough idea on how I wanted the sizes and shapes to be and how they fit to each other and stuff. So after that I printed out every single pattern for every single crystal, which is 52 crystals per wing. So they are all over there and I'm crafting them one by one, just casually on the evenings and stuff. Okay, so for the crystal wings, there are like 3 clusters of crystals. And I just called them like ABC. So this is cluster B, which is the one with the biggest crystals. Here is my hand in comparison. I just tuck them under the lamp so that I don't lose them while I am working on all of them. Here is also, which one is it? Everything from cluster A, which is the top one. And here is the rest of cluster C because I already started making them. So this little guy here is the tiniest one I have made so far. It's really tiny. It's not super tiny. It's still, I don't know, 5 centimeters. But yeah, compared to that one, it's tiny and it's super cute and it's pretty. Look how it sparkles. It's perfect.
Also, I need to edit a tutorial for these today, which will be up on Instagram. Okay, so we are currently working on our LED wood stripe wall decoration thing, whatever it's called. These are our LEDs, and this is where they all get connected to the sensor, which is tracking what we want as a color or if we want them on or off. So this is hot glued, that's why it's ugly. Ali wanted me to tell you that. Right?
The soldering looked good. I swear. I just used hot glue to isolate it.
So this is a box I modeled and 3D printed. The stuff that should have connected it fell off, so we will just tape it together. And yeah, so there are holes for the cables, and we will just glue that one on, and then we can glue these onto the wood, and then we can finally put it on the wall. Alright, ignore the mess in the background, but this is what I have tested already. It's a little bit messy for the flowers especially, and there are way too many of these threads that are just from the machine moving from one point to another without cutting the thread, which my machine can do on its own, by the way, so yeah. Anyway, so also this is way too small. This is like half the size it's supposed to be, because I don't know, I did something wrong when calculating the size of everything, but yeah. So this needs to be double the size, which I already I scaled it in the software I'm using. That was without any cleaning up and just putting it in the software, and then went over to the sewing machine. So yeah, there's a little bit more to do than that. 2 weeks or so have passed now since the last time I was in front of the cam.
I have dealt with some health issues and couldn't do anything cosplay related for the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, something like that. So I will be going to Japan next week, and I don't have anything done for the animuc yet. But I have a few days left for Japan. I think we almost did everything. There's some paper stuff we have to do, which should be done in 5 minutes if we take care about it. And also, we still need eSIM cards, but besides that, we have planned everything finally. We have our Suica cards, we have booked the Shinkansen for traveling between Tokyo and Kyoto, and also then going back from Osaka to Tokyo. We have planned quite a few sightseeing things. We want to go to both Disney resorts in Tokyo. We want to see the Harry Potter studio tour. We want to see the Universal Studios. We want to go to the aquarium in Osaka, and we also want to go to Team Lab Planet. I think there's some more that I'm forgetting, but you will see it anyway in the upcoming vlogs. For the animuc, I made myself a bucket list, that's the word, and I haven't updated anything about it since I created it, basically. For Jan, I might want to bring her to the cosplay catwalk competition. Well, the competition is rigged. It's just fun talking to people in the back and being on stage. I just like being on stage. But I will kind of decide spontaneously, depending on my mood, or if we have something else that we want to do instead of like standing in line and wait. But yeah, Jan also needs some preparation. The armor string from her shoe has ripped the last time we had a photo shooting. So I need to reglue it and maybe think about an option to avoid that from happening again. And also I need to fix the wig because it probably will be quite a mess. But Cinderella is cancelled because I got scammed. So instead I thought about either bringing Star C or Star Green, I'm not sure yet. I want to use a new wig, the wig that I bought for Poetry Bloom. And then there is also my casual Miko version. I have bought 2 wigs, which are like just general long wigs, and I have to completely cut and resew them. But yeah, that's the plan, and let's just start today with it.
Okay guys, this is my Miku wig. It's my first time making twin tails like completely from scratch without any base already. So I think I will leave that for after Japan too. The color isn't quite the same in the camera as it is in real life. It has more green in it. What I will need to do now is cleaning up everything in here because I created a mess while making my wigs and sewing and everything. So I clean that up and that will stay away until I come back, and also some general cleaning, and then I will prepare everything for packing already. It's kind of scary. But yeah, we will go to Frankfurt in just a few days, so I have to start now. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm kind of glad to be back and filming and stuff, and I'm starting to get used to all of this filming and talking to the camera again. So yeah, hope to see you guys soon. Bye.